Morning. So I am replenishing the things that I keep in my purse. Just got out of the shower. My hair is wet. I have got two glass bottles. Now you can buy these bottles from the dollar store. And what I do is I keep two of them. They have a little lid in my purse. And I fill them with things that I need during the day. So there's two spices, I guess you would call them spices, that I utilize in my healthcare every single day. And I cannot be without these two products just in case, okay? Now, the two of them, they're easy to access. I do things holistically. I don't take any chemical medications, okay? So the first one is cayenne, right? And so I put some cayenne in one of these, and if I'm out and about and I get a pain, or I feel like where you get the facial droop and things like that, if I have any problems like that, I take a little cayenne, I put it on my finger, I put it on my tongue, okay? Or I can put a little bit of cayenne in water, which is what I do. I drink it every day. I take one mouthful of this every day. And you know it, the sediment goes to the bottom. You just mix it up. And I have a metal straw. I also carry this in my purse. So what I can do is I can take the cayenne powder, I can put it in with some water and drink it through the straw because it does have a hot taste. So I'm going to show you that I actually do it. And this will keep my blood from clogging, like clogging the pipes with. You can clog your pipes with almost anything, with trans fats, with a lot of sugars and things, right? So this, for me, this is my benefit of this, is that I take a mouthful every day, and it keeps everything working. It keeps that flow of blood with the oxygen going to where it needs to go in my body instead of being clogged up. So they would give you a clot buster at the hospital if you were having a stroke. A clot buster, and actually I think a clot buster is, I'm going to look it up for sure, but I'm not sure, but it's actually a mineral that they give you that helps to break down the clots. Now I don't know if it's magnesium, potassium, something, but I'm going to look it up and I'll tell you. But that's basically what they do, is they give you a thinner, very, very quick acting thinner, which is a clot buster. So this is what the cayenne does for me. It actually prevents me from clogging up, my pipes from clogging out and clogging up and causing a heart attack or a stroke. So I take one mouthful every morning. And it is hot. It's hot. Anyway, so I've got the cayenne powder, and I'm going to put it in a container. And I've also got one other thing. I've been finding that my wrinkles are just horrible. I'm only 64, and the wrinkles are so deep, and I look so dehydrated yesterday. So I haven't been doing one particular routine that I normally do. I haven't been doing it. I've been very lazy, and I didn't buy any. I didn't buy any Himalayan salt. I didn't have the funds, so I didn't buy any. So I did find some. I've got a little container of it. And this has got so many trace minerals in it. Like, I think the best one is Celtic salt and then Himalayan salt. And the ionized salt, throw it out or throw it on the ice in the wintertime, because it's only good. It's really not good for anything, right? Celtic salt or Himalayan salt, the two things that you should have in your cupboard. And I haven't been able to find the Celtic salt. They usually sell it at a health food store, but it's very, very expensive. So it's got all the trace minerals in it. It's got potassium, magnesium, and selenium, all that stuff, on and on and on, right? So look it up. Anyway, I do keep a container of this in my purse, and once again, I'm going to fill these little containers up. One with cayenne and one with pink Himalayan salt. And the reason pink Himalayan salt is because when you're drinking water during the day, and I told you that my wrinkles were really, really deep, I looked dehydrated. And the reason why is because you need to have the salt and the salt, you need to have the salt in your system for the water to cross those barriers, right? So a little bit of pink Himalayan salt on the tip of your tongue before you drink water, right? Every single time you have a drink of water, you need to put a little bit of Himalayan salt or Celtic salt on your tongue, let it dissolve, and then drink the water. In order for your body to hang on to that water, to hydrate your body, you need the sodium. Yeah, you truly do. Just drinking a glass of water, it might give you that feeling of satiation with, being thirsty and having a drink of water. Yeah, you might, but it's not going to hold on to it at all. It's not. You need the salt, the sodium. So I do take a little vial of Himalayan salt. However, like I said, lately I haven't been doing it. I've been a little lazy and a little bit short on funds. So today I'm going to replenish that and put it in my purse. I don't like when my wrinkles get really deep, right? I mean, I know I'm getting old, but I don't have to look the part, right? So I've got a little container. I have a hard time. I need a funnel, but I haven't got one. So every time you take a drink of water, you should put a little bit of salt, Himalayan or Celtic salt, on the tip of your tongue and then drink your water. Now, this is a lot of fun putting this in the container, just simply because I don't have a funnel. It takes me forever. It wouldn't take me forever if I had a funnel, but I don't. Okay. I did it. I filled it. It's a little bit on the plate, but I'll just scoop that up. And this goes in my purse, right? So now the next one I'm going to use is the cayenne. I'm going to fill this up with the cayenne. Now, cayenne is not part of the chili family, okay? I can't remember what the lady said. I was watching a holistic practitioner, and she was talking about cayenne. The difference between cayenne and chili is they don't belong to the same family. Yeah, so just, I don't know. I don't know if that's if you need to know that, but anyway. I am not a doctor, and I am not a holistic practitioner. I am just me. And this is my journey. And this is what I do. This is going to be fun. If you get cayenne on your clothes, and I'm wearing a pink top today, that I got thrifting, I will have it stained for good, because cayenne is like, it stains, yeah. I don't want to waste I don't want to waste my salt. It's so expensive. I mean, if it wasn't for the dollar store, if it wasn't for the dollar store, I think I'd have a really hard time surviving. And that's the truth. I would have a really hard time surviving. I see students in the dollar store all the time. Yeah. I wish they had that when I was going through school, but when I was going through school, I was raising 3 kids. Yeah. I got my my education while I was raising my kids. And I also worked part-time to get some extra cash, because, things are very, very expensive. And they were. I mean, I raised my kids from, it was 1984 was my first child. And so, the truth is, it was hard. It was tough. Okay, let's not make a mess. I have no idea how I'm going to get the cayenne in there. And I did make a mess. Oh! I'm freaking telling you, the things I do for fun. Okay. I have to make a mess in order to fill it up. I have to. It's all over my fingers. I can't touch my shirt, because if I touch my shirt or the tablecloth, yeah, it's a messy job. It's just a really messy job. Okay. Now I got all over my fingers. So, anyway. So I've got my pink Himalayan salt and my cayenne. And these I keep in my purse at all times, all times. So every single time I have a drink of water, normally I will take some Himalayan salt, put it on tip of my tongue, let it dissolve, and then drink my water. So let's say you drink 8 glasses of water a day. You would do this every single time you take a drink of water. And that is the only way that you are going to hydrate your body. Unless you're getting an intravenous. But this is what you need. So, and the cayenne is actually a clot buster. Right? So that's what I use this for, and I do drink it every day to keep those pipes flowing smoothly, and it's working for me. So, and there's one other thing that I utilize every day, and that is, so you've seen me take the mouthful of cayenne water. Well, the next thing I do is I drink ashwagandha, and the reason why is because I have a high cortisol level. I also had high blood pressure at one time. Now, it's not going to work overnight. If you're going to try it, it's not going to work overnight. It's going to take time to build up in your system, right? And so I've been doing this now for like almost a year. I mean, I haven't been drinking ashwagandha every single month. I drink it for 5 weeks. Every morning, I drink a half a teaspoon of ashwagandha in 6 to 8 ounces of water in one of these bottles. I put in a half a teaspoon, I mix it with water, and I keep it in there. And all day, I will sip at it. All day. Well, not all day, all morning. Because usually I drink 1 bottle, right? But I won't rush it. Like, I'm not going to down it like like when you're drinking water, right? I will drink this throughout the morning. Yeah, so anyway, so a half teaspoon of ashwagandha in 6 to 8 ounces of water every day, and I did it for 5 weeks, and then I would give my body a break, and then I would start again. But I've been finding that when I do drink the ashwagandha, my weight stays stable, and I've been able to hold it at, just the other day I was 128 pounds. So I went from 130 to 128. So I've got a few more pounds that I want to lose. I want to get down to 125. And I've been finding that, I don't know, maybe the ashwagandha helps with weight, but it does help with the cortisol. It helps with the cortisol like amazingly. I don't let anything fizz me at all anymore. I mean, sure, everybody has their bouts of, getting upset or angry, and I don't like the word angry, but everyone has their little bouts where they're a little frustrated, right? So I have those, but no, they don't last. They're like within seconds, they're like gone. So this truly works. I truly believe it. I found that before, when I wasn't drinking the ashwagandha, my blood pressure was crazy. It was crazy. My cortisol level was nuts. I would worry about the dog, the cat, and the postman. You know what I'm saying? Everything was a concern to me. With this, I mean, nowadays everybody says, oh, I just, they smoke, what's that called? Marijuana. Yeah, they smoke marijuana, pot. And I did back in the day. We all did. Who didn't? Come on. Stop lying to yourself, right? Who didn't go smoke it down at the quarry? Like a group of you. Like really, seriously, right? And, I hated it. And I had someone say to me the other day, well, I could smell the pot in the lobby of the apartment that I live in. It was so strong. And I said, I said to someone getting in the elevator with me, I said, I don't even need to smoke that shit because it's in the air all the time, so I'm smelling it all the time. And they said, no, they're grandfathered in. They're allowed to do that in the apartment, like because there's new rules now, no smoking, right? They say, oh, they're allowed to do that because they're grandfathered in, and it's to keep them. It's a mood stabilizer. Okay. All right, you call it what you want to call it, and I call it a carcinogen. So any smoke that you're putting into your body is eventually you're either going to get cancer, or you're going to have problems with your lungs, you're going to have breathing problems, you're going to have, I don't even want to get into it because it's all a political crap game now, right? So you do you and I do me. So I choose not to smoke that crap. I don't even burn incense anymore. No. Ever since I did all this research, I don't even burn incense. Anything that smokes, I don't inhale it into my lungs. Who doesn't like the smell of campfire? I do. I love it from a distance. I'm not going to sit in front of it and inhale those vapors. Not going to happen. Anyway, ashwagandha is the same thing. It's a mood stabilizer, and it's been working for me tremendously. And I drank this all through the morning. So that's part of my morning routine. I do have to replenish them and keep them in my purse at all times. They work for me, and you might want to check it out, research it. Don't do anything I do until you speak to someone that knows what they're talking about. I'm not a doctor, okay? I'm not a holistic practitioner. I am your neighbor, your aunt, your uncle, your sister, your cousin, whatever, right? I am just a person. Just a person with no professional background in medicine, okay? So taking my advice, it's your own risk. It's your own risk. All I'm saying is I'm not giving you advice. This is my journey, and this is what I do, and this is what works for me. And this is just part of my morning routine. And these will now go in my purse, and I have one of those side bags that I have with me all the time. So if anything happens, I have these on hand. And it's been working for me so far. I am really needing to really focus on my hydration. So using the Himalayan salt, because of the fact that I've been finding that my skin is just like it needs a tightening. It needs a tightening. And also I've been using castor oil. And castor oil is one of the oils that will penetrate the furthest into your skin, okay? And so I've been using it for gum care. It actually tightens my gums to my teeth because I have gingivitis, so I have to worry about that also. So that works, and I've been rubbing it on my stomach, and it literally tightens those stomach muscles. I do not have hanging skin. I do not have wrinkles, and I have now lost, I think it's 75 pounds. So, like, you can't beat it. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. I am a practicing naturalist. I really am. I really am. I mean, there's times when I have to, eat a little bit of trans fat, right? And we all have to eat a little bit of poop at one point in our life, don't we? Right. So anyway, on those months or those days where the finances are really tight, I might have a tendency to kind of slide and grab something that's quick to cook that I have. But I usually don't. I usually don't. And I've been eating a lot of couscous, and I had read that couscous was gluten-free, and I did a little bit more research, and I found out that no, it's not gluten-free. So if I have inflammation, it's more than likely because I've been eating too much of one thing. So I am going to make some soup this week like I normally do during the winters. I make a big pot of soup, and I eat it all through the week. So I'm going to be doing that. I did replenish my little freezer right there. I don't have a lot of funds to buy meat and things like that, but I was able to get some help from a local agency, and I was able to replenish my freezer. So I do have some meat. I still don't have a lot, but I do have some protein-based meat, which is chicken, and I have a little bit of beef in the freezer. So that will last me like right through to the middle of next month, which is a good thing because I need to be very frugal. I need to pay off some bills, and so I'm really focused on that. You can accomplish anything you put your mind to it. All you have to do is put your mind to it, right? And that's what I'm doing. So I shall see you on the next video. The good Lord be willing. Bye.